2GR.
The next award is Best Ubisoft
Oh, okay,
Game.
Ubisoft.
This will be easy.
Well, you say that. So the nominees are Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Beyond Good and Evil 2,
It's not going to be easy.
The Division 2, Skull and
It was
Bones,
easy for me.
and Starlink Battle for Atlas. Those are our 5. So let's start with Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah, I guess you didn't get to vote on this one. I'm very excited for Assassin's Creed, and people are going to sit here and say, "Oh, it's more Assassin's Creed."
Yeah.
You know what? Origins, from what I have heard, and I am about to buy it on Steam sale and play it, redefined the series, brought a lot of cool things to it. Odyssey is set in an era that I think is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And you know what? The last really crazy good, super lauded game was Pirate Simulator. This could be the 300 Simulator. And they're bringing back open world ship combat. And I just, color me optimistic for this one. Yeah. I think I'm not going to let the fact that they've released 2 games in 2 years make me not excited for it. So they showed the Spartan kick, man. Come on, let's do it. Male female protagonist again.
They also showed an escort mission.
Why would you show the most boring part of Assassin's Creed during your presentation? As soon as I saw that, I was just
but
like, it's more Assassin's Creed.
If you watch any of the out of their, like, they showed a ton of gameplay outside of their press conference, which again,
whatever.
You shouldn't have to go watch that, right? But there's a lot of cool stuff there. So.
Which, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure the game is going to be a solid entry in Assassin's Creed, but it didn't do anything for me to be like, oh my god. Yo!
Yeah, but you don't care about AC anyway,
I don't.
So Rudy and I are the only ones that actually care.
Next up's Beyond Good and Evil 2. Didn't get any gameplay.
No
but
gameplay.
Great cinematic trailer again.
Great. The Jade reveal.
The story is going to be really good.
Prequel, right? They said it was a prequel?
Prequel.
Yeah.
The Jade reveal was really interesting. I'm interested to see where the story goes. Gameplay
I need to play the first one. They need to remake the first one or resell it or something.
Right?
Really
I wouldn't even be surprised if they did that beforehand. This game's got a long way to go.
Was that on the GameCube?
And PS2 and Xbox.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
OG.
Tech demo.
Is it on PC?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it is, actually.
Yeah, you can get it on PC.
But I don't know if it's on Steam.
I couldn't tell you right now.
Yeah, we have to check.
I think you can get it on good old games like
I think
Galaxy.
So. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if it's on Steam. Tech demo. Screamed outside of the cinematic. It screams tech demo to me.
They did it last year too.
I apologize. They did show some gameplay.
They did show a little.
They did show a little.
What?
Yeah.
I have to.
You're like flying through.
They showed
the city
the
on
rocket
the rooftops.
pack and
yeah. Oh,
I'm
but it was like
apologize.
off screen though.
Yeah, they didn't focus.
They didn't zoom in.
It was very little
That was
because they didn't have a lot to show.
Yeah.
That's true.
I have to wonder about this whole the Joseph Gordon-Levitt thing. I think is very
That's cool. That's cool.
It concerns me within the scope of this game.
Like what they're trying to do.
That they're not committed enough.
I don't think Ubisoft wants to pay.
Yeah, I think that the ambition for this game is incredible, and Ubisoft is worried. And they're trying to pull in, which it could be the craziest thing ever, right? It could be, look at what you helped build. You helped build the biggest open space. I love that they called it a space opera. I love that because this wants to be No Man's Sky with all these mechanics and all that. It's just like, oof, if I thought Cyberpunk was a big thing, this feels even bigger. So we'll see.
I agree with that.
Okay. Next up's The Division 2, which we got a gameplay demo, a decent gameplay demo at Microsoft's conference, and then we got a very similar gameplay demo, but also a cinematic at Ubisoft's press conference.
That looks good. Almost sold me on the game. If not,
I've got to apologize to Ubisoft because if you go watch our reaction in the full conference reaction video for Ubisoft that we did. Towards the beginning of the cinematic, you see this girl, and she's behind. You don't realize she's behind in the closed-off area yet. But she's out there. She's got, somebody's doing laundry, and she's, skipping along. And she goes up to the top of this thing with a paper plane and throws it. And you follow the plane through, all this crazy, violence and murder and just really deep, depressing, violent stuff. And I'm like, why would her parents let her climb all the way up there and be so close? The cynic in me was calling Ubisoft out on this is breaking the immersion. And then the paper opens up and it says help. And I'm like, oh, you got me there. Dang it.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So I thought it had nothing to do with the game itself, but I thought that was pretty brilliant.
Really good touch, yeah.
Game looks sick. I like the first one. I'm really optimistic that the second one is going to whoop Anthem's ass.
Ooh, you heard it here first, guys. Hot takes.
I don't know that that's actually going to happen. I think Anthem's going to have a lot of things that Division 2 is not going to have, but I think Division 2 is going to be very good.
The better game, maybe overall.
We'll see. They've learned a lot of lessons, so we'll see.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Skull and Bones had actually a pretty meaty gameplay.
The gameplay looks good. I like Black Flag's exploration into the world, not just the pirate combat. So
Good presentation.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to play it.
I don't think so either.
It's just it really looked like Black Flag.
Yeah.
Like you have the towns or the forts that are shooting cannonballs at you, and you've got the different icons and levels of the different ships.
But I just know it. I know there's not going to be exploration in
Yeah.
the world besides, like, getting to the island and not getting off. Granted, you could say you don't need to, if you get to the island and you press a button prompt and you just get rewards.
Right.
All you're doing is eliminating the...
Menu system.
Correct. I mean, all you're doing is eliminating the immersion of jumping out of your
off,
ship and whatever.
swimming down, opening the
Which-
chest, climbing back up on your ship.
Yeah, which could be
I-
considered a time waste, but still, I don't know.
I would rather, if you're looking at that game for 3 years out and you're comparing it to the only other big pirate game on the market right now, which is Sea of Thieves, I would rather spend my time on Sea of Thieves believing that it's going to become the game that I would like to play in 3
And
years.
it's already going that way.
And I don't believe I'm going to want to play Skull. I just don't think I'm going to want to play it in 3 years.
Sea of Thieves, I think
Fair
it has a lot more going for it.
But there was a good presentation, though.
Yes.
Starlink Battle for Atlas was the last game that they showed.
Woo!
They had the Star Fox franchise reveal as part of this.
I gotta say, this game last year, when we saw it last year, I thought, cool. It's a nice little, space shooter, whatever. And it looked interesting. What they showed this year with the Star Fox made me realize something. That this could be a Star Fox game that I've wanted for a long time.
It could also be the No Man's Sky game that you wanted.
Well, but the thing is, this is the thing, though. No Man's Sky, like, you can already tell this game is already more linear than No Man's
Right,
Sky.
yeah.
Like,
but
they're not trying to do this. There's a very different scope of what they're trying to do with the game. The combat looks good.
All I need to say about Starlink is it could have very easily been the weakest and least interesting thing they showed, relying on a gimmick that was the toy system and all that, which we still don't know how crazy that's going to be. And instead, it became probably the most unique and startling thing that Nintendo had a hand in showing at the conference, and it blew my mind.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm very interested.
So am I. And but the toys, they've already said you don't need to buy
Right.
any
So
toy.
that's good.
So that's a really good thing.
And I mean, in terms of announcements at their press conference,
I'm gonna buy
it's
the
not even
hell out of that
close.
Star
That
Fox
game,
hardware,
that
though.
I mean, you 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
And this was like, come on.
I wonder if it's going to have Labo support.
Probably not.
I don't even know.
You never see it coming.
I guess not.
Okay, well, let's relist those nominees. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Beyond Good and Evil 2, The Division 2, Skull and Bones, Starlink Battle for Atlas.
This was a split decision, wasn't
Once
it?
again, I got to pick solo.
Oh, you were solo on this.
I was solo
Okay.
on this. I got to pick the final winner. So, Onyx, let's start with you. Your personal pick for this was
Starlink.
Starlink Battle for
I
Atlas.
really want that game, man. It's. I'm telling you, like, when I saw Star Fox, that was hype, but it was also the realization, like, damn, this game could actually be a Star Fox successor in a way. And Nintendo hasn't been loving the franchise like I wanted them to, so hey, I don't know, I want it.
AC Odyssey, and it was a hard choice for me. I changed what I wrote in that Excel box like several times. I had a hard time, and I know it seems bland, and you can ask everyone here. I am not like an AC fanboy.
Yeah.
I have fallen off on that series a lot over the recent years. I didn't play Origins, but I see a little bit of what I loved about Black Flag, and I see the potential for a character that I can love the way that I loved Ezio. The origin story for your character.
I think you're female too.
The Spartan history, you being a reject and a mercenary, and I think this has got to be pre-Origin actually, or it's the timeline I guess would be pretty similar, right? I don't know where.
I thought
Egypt,
Origins was like the very, very,
well,
very
it's the
first
beginning of the Order, right? But you're not even using like an Assassin's Blade in this one. I don't know. Either way, I'm really excited for this one. So, but Starlink was a close second for me for sure. But Division looks good. It's a lot
Division
of
looks
stuff.
good too, though.
Splinter Cell would have taken it easily.
Rudy also picked Starlink Battle for Atlas.
Oh, Rudy.
So I struggled a little bit with this one. Ultimately, my personal pick and the Gaming Resume Award is going to go to The Division 2.
Whoa.
I
saw it coming.
I really enjoyed the gameplay they showed. As I mentioned earlier on this award video, that fake out with the cynical in me getting like shown up. I was like, wow, okay. And just for me personally, it was just great presentation. It actually got me excited for a game that the first game had its problems at launch. I'm like, okay, I don't care. I don't want to play this game. I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I might get it.
Same.
Maybe you'll make me buy it on console this time instead of PC.
There you go.
There you go. Good job, Division 2.
Congratulations, The Division 2. Like what you saw? Check out some of our other videos and be sure to hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with our latest content. Thanks for your support and thanks for watching.